Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Chapman Chapters. I know it's been a good month or two since I've posted. I'm here to address a bunch of things about why it took me a while to even make another video. So, the first thing I want to address is the situation that happened with American Outdoor Brands. So, it may not have looked like it in the video, but I wasn't able to fully articulate how that impacted me mentally. Like, yeah, I know I said I was fine in the previous video, but there was a lot more healing that I needed to do way after that video. Like, now I'm perfectly fine. Like, after like seeing my family did help out. I'm not gonna say it didn't, but like I needed a lot of self-reflection on thinking of what happened. Like every day, like I would still think about the events that happened over and over and over and over and over again. Like I would still think about them, and I would flip between depressed, and I would flip between being very frustrated and angry about why I didn't get what was deserved to me. I'm not gonna say what should have been given to me. I'm gonna say what was deserved because I definitely deserved what should have been given to me. But for those who aren't aware of what happened, I'm not gonna give a full 40-minute story about what happened. I'm just gonna give you a brief what happened. Long story short, I worked for a temp agency, and I worked on an agency called the Job Center, and I was trying to get on with American Outdoor Brands, like working under them. And when it came to the hiring process, they literally came up with excuses about not getting me on. And I mean, there were dumb excuses. One of them was I should have came in with a doctor's note. I mean, not should have came with a doctor's note. One of them should have been I should have came in on the day that I had strep throat and I had a doctor's note. Another one was I should have came in during Memorial Day when the office was closed. And then the other two excuses was there was like two employee instances, but the whole time I was helping them. I was helping everybody at the job. I was helping anybody that I could help to the best of my ability at the job. And they tried to turn that against me. They tried to make me like I wasn't this hard worker. I wasn't this good person. And I was reminded several times way after the job from plenty of people that know me deeper than just that job that I'm a good person. And I had to remind myself of that every day. I reflected on that every single day after that situation with American Outdoor Brands. Like, I was second guessing what I say, I was second guessing what I do. Um, Another thing is, uh, I want to address different topics, but I also want to address the different things that I said in the past. So, for one, I did make a video in the past about what happened at American Outdoor Brands, but there was editing issues that I didn't do well. And then I was speaking when I didn't have a clear head. Like I was speaking literally what came to mind. So when I watched the video, it, if anything, like it repeated itself in some of the videos. I didn't do the right cutting, like because I literally dropped the video as the situation happened, and I didn't have time to fully process everything that happened to me because like literally it may not look like it right now because I am in a great state of mind compared to what happened behind the scenes. But like my family, my sister, my boyfriend, like literally, and I don't know if it was trauma or what, but like I was literally mentally broken from what happened there, literally. And it was because literally like I've done nothing but good at that job. Donuts once a month that I was doing. I was only making 15. Um, I was, basically respectful towards everybody, the bosses, the people that were in the office, the people that weren't in my department. I was respectful towards the janitor. Like whenever I come in, it'd be, hey, such and such, hey this, hey that. Like I was just an all around nice person. Not to mention like the people were telling me like, oh, I like your work ethic. You used to make you like to help people. And then just for them to change the narrative towards the end and be like, oh, you don't reach our expectations. But that's not what y'all told me 2 or 3 weeks ago. You get what I'm saying? Like, it literally fucked with me. It's like I said, it was so hard to explain at the time, but now I can fully explain. Like, that really fucked with me on how they were able to just find something and just manipulate it and turn it on me. Now, the other thing I want to address is the racism that I said that's at the job. Not everybody at American Outdoor Brands is racist. I'm not even saying American Outdoor Brands as a whole is racist, but I'm saying there is certain people at that job that is passively racist. I am going to give you an example. Not exactly what's happened at the job, but I'm going to give you an example. If you have other white people at a job that's clearly like not coming in on time, um, they're not like, I'm not saying they're not working as hard, but you're not seeing like the same drive that the other person is putting in that just happened to be the person of color, but you're letting them skate on whatever they're doing, but you're constantly targeting the person of color on them coming in early. That's an issue. Or them doing their job, like you're trying to stop them, from doing other things at the job that's actually helping that department. How much are they supposed to take it? Like I said, let me repeat myself. They come in either on time or on early. They're doing their job, like they're thriving, they're putting the work in. Um, and you're nitpicking on every single thing that you can find. What else is how else is that person supposed to take it is what I'm saying. Like, if their work performance is fine, their attendance is fine, but you're still trying to find any little thing, whole time the stuff that you're trying to target me after, other people are actually doing, as in they're not coming in on time, they're coming in late, they're missing days, blah, 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 blah. Like, they're doing all these other things that's as an actual issue, but you're ignoring that and you're targeting that specific person of color on unnecessary shit. That's honestly a good thing. He came in on time or he came in 15 minutes early. Like, you're targeting on things like that. How else am I supposed to take it? How else am I supposed to take it? How else is that person supposed to take it? Like, I'm not understanding. The next thing is the homophobia. I never went over it in this story, and I even also had to replay those events in my head over and over again. So I'm not going to say this person's name because it's not like you guys would know who this person is. It's not like you could look them up. But the people at the job would probably know who I'm talking about. But there was this tall guy. I'm just going to give his first initial. It starts with the K. And we clicked over anime. We had many conversations about it. And he was also, I'll admit, he was a good influence on me trying to come up with a game plan before I actually started making my YouTube channel. And I had told him, like, I want to let you know that I'm gay, but I'm not trying to hit on you or anything. I just, other gay people know, like, when you come to around somebody and you want them to know the true you end up telling them. And that's basically what happened to him. He basically told me, oh, well, such and such already told me, I already knew. And he told me how he said something was weird about me, and he ended up investigating more about me by asking somebody else, and they told them my business, which I never addressed her about it, but she was wrong. I felt like anybody telling somebody else about their sexuality and they haven't came from the source, you're wrong. Like, you should have said, that's not my business, I don't know. Or just like, I can't tell you, you need to ask them, that's not my business, period. But anyway, long story short, he started acting different, even though he claimed he already knew. He started acting different. Like, I can just feel like the energy was off when we was around each other. And I just would say hey and just go back to my desk. And I guess you saw a post, and I was like, one thing about me is, like, I know when the energy is off, and I do. I've just been around enough people. I know a little bit of the psychology. Like, I just know when something's off. So then he pulled me, like, out of the office, And I approached him. I told him, I was like, to be honest, I just feel like whenever I told you about my sexuality, like, you just started acting weird. And he was like, no, it's not that. It's just like, whenever you text me outside of work, like, I'm not really used to that. And then he contradicted himself and he was like, well, I text people like the other people at the job that just so happen to be straight. Like, he texts them and everything's fine. And I'm not even texting him on like no flirting shit like, oh, hey, what you doing? Blah, 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 blah. We should hang out sometime. Like, it was on none of that. It was literally just casual conversation. Even at work, it was just casual conversation. Like, I never came off as flirty or trying to get in this person's pants. Like, I'm not one of them messy gays that be doing that. When I know you're straight, we just gonna leave it at that. Like, I'm never going to come off like any other way to try to make you uncomfortable. So I did not understand why he was acting the way he was acting. Well, anyway, out of guilt, he quote unquote, and we ended up being cool again. Like, everything started being cool. We ended up talking to each other about anime again. But right after, like, I had made that post about American Outdoor Brands, he used that chance to completely remove me. So that way he's not held accountable for that homophobia that he did. Well, he's like, well, he's already out the company. I don't have to fake that I'm interested, or I don't have to fake that I'm friends with him. I'm in the clear. That's how I'm seeing it. Maybe you guys can tell me that I'm seeing it some other way, but that's how I'm seeing it. Another thing that I want to address is I've had multiple people's numbers at that job. Not in that kind of way, obviously, but I had my supervisors. I had some coworkers' numbers that I was cool with, and we were playing iMessage games at the job. None of these niggas text me after the job. And yes, I'm going to say nigga. And yes, like I said before, I'm going to say niggas because I'm going to be me. I'm not going to, hey guys, how's it going? Da da da. No, this is how I normally talk. None of y'all niggas message me. Like, none of y'all, including the older lady that was helping beside me. She didn't message me. None of them said, hey, how you doing? How's the job search going? None of that. But when I was working there, all of them was fucking with me. We was all playing the iMessage games. They was definitely fucking with me when I was bringing those donuts. Like, that's why I said, like, this past job, really fuck with my mental state, because it was like all of that energy that I put into it, I never received it back. However, what made me get better from all of this is my birthday just passed on Wednesday. I got all those happy birthday wishes. Even from people I haven't spoke to in months. The whole family trip, like, they literally reminded me that whatever happened at that job, that's not you. That's them. It wasn't for you. You have other people that know you for you, and they love you for you, and they respect you for you. And I'm not going to lie, it literally did take me weeks to months after that job to finally realize that. It really did. It really did. And I'm not in a state now where I'm angry at the job anymore or I'm depressed. I'm at the point where it's just like, fuck y'all. Like, I'm just keeping 100. One of y'all, if I find out that you got hit by a bus, I really don't care. Like, I'm completely indifferent. But I kind of want to just get this last bit of explaining American Outdoor Brands out, because now it's no longer hovering on my mind anymore. I had to, like I said, I needed time to think and process to what's going on. The very last thing I want to go over is my family. So I found out that that video about why I left North Carolina has been shared to multiple people in my family, and only one person have reached out. Now, this might come off as mean, this might come off as rude, but I'm just going to keep it 100. Y'all can share a video amongst each other about the trauma that I went through, but you couldn't message me and be like, hey, Kevon, I seen your video. I'm sorry what you went through, blah, 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 blah. Y'all just want to share it towards each other, towards gossip, just to gossip around each other. This is why I don't fuck with more than half of my family now. This is why I have certain selection of people that I actually fuck with. And no, just because I like to post when you said happy birthday or whatever, that don't mean I actually fuck with you. I mean, like, I actually go to your house, we actually hold conversations, etc. Like, if I don't do that, I 9 times out of 10 don't really fuck with you. And that's one prime example. You couldn't reach out, but y'all could share amongst each other. That's the point that I'm talking about. Like, another reason why I'm glad I left North Carolina. Like, Not just a situation that happened with my mom, but there's just certain people in the family like I just can't be around that because I'm gonna end up losing myself, cussing you out, and I'm good. I'd rather just keep my distance and try to respectfully keep the peace and just love you from a distance because that right there, come on, man. Like if I seen one of my family members and they went over their trauma, I would have literally messaged them like, hey, I just want to make sure you're good. I'm sorry that happened to you. Like, I would have done that. No, y'all rather just, oh shit, this is some good tea where I can go tell auntie, I can go tell the other cousin, or I can go tell blah 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 blah. Like, no, the real family that I speak to, which is my some of my first cousins and um my sister, like they know about the trauma. They also been through trauma either by the same people or the sibling of that person. I don't want to specifically tell their business, but that's the best way I can explain it so they understand. And we were able to, you know, help each other out, be there for each other. The rest of I was just like, I see it, I see what's going on, or I see what happened, but I'm just not gonna say anything. I'm not gonna do anything. I'm just gonna look at it and keep it pushing. That's not family to me. That's not family. Like, and and I'm saying this because I know now that certain people in my family are watching it. Y'all stay bringing up here and there Bessie Small about like you're sad that she's gone, this, that, and the third. I'm gonna tell you one thing that I loved about grandma, and that's why it hurt me so much when she died. She did not care that you were gay. She didn't care that you were in prison. If you was her family, she loved you. She didn't care. And for y'all to do these family gatherings here and there, but there's like fake shit going on in between, I don't respect that. And this might hurt. This might be like, oh, well, I can't believe he said that. Oh, da 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 da. No, I'm just gonna tell you the truth because nobody's clearly doing it in the family. Some of y'all, I don't fuck with that. Real family is sticking through someone regardless of their sexuality, regardless of the religion, regardless of the background. Like that's what family's for. Um, I just wanted to address like what's came to the surface these past like few weeks, past few months. That's been like, happening. But that's what this video is for. But I just wanted to address some things. Like I said, the first part is for some people at American Outdoor Brands for sure. But then also, the people who didn't know or who want to know where our mental state is about why I haven't really posted on Snapchat like I used to, or why I haven't been rapidly popping out videos, or why I haven't really been popping out videos. But I will say for real this time, I am actually doing a lot better. I am. The situation that happened at American Outdoor Brands doesn't hurt me anymore. The situation with the family, it didn't necessarily hurt me because I kind of saw it coming. Like I said, I already put that distance because I already know how most of the people, in my family is. So, but it was just, like I said, it was more of a reminder of, okay, what you did to keep that distance and keep the small circle that you got, this is evidence right here. But other than that, I'm gonna be honest, like I'm still actively looking, not because I can't necessarily find a job. It's more so like every job is paying 15, 16. The one that's playing 18 and 17s are so busy playing games. And I was making 15 at American Outdoor Brands, and you seen what happened there. So I'd rather work an 18 to $20 an hour job and deal with a little bit more bullshit than work a 15 and deal with whatever I was dealing with there. So I'll probably have something within the next week or two, and then I'll probably go back posting like I was doing before. But like I said, I just wanted to address some things. If you made it to the end and listened to everything that happened, I appreciate it. But I will see you guys in the next one.